Hello everybody, so today I will talk about calculus. The topic today is about double integrals. So now I will show you how to answer. We need to use about polar coordinates. So I will put about x equals to r cosine theta, y equals to r sine theta. Next, dy dx we can change into r dr d theta. Next, x squared plus y squared equals to r squared cosine theta squared plus r squared sine theta squared. Now we have r squared and r squared. We can do about factorization. So we have cosine theta squared plus sine theta squared. We know that this one equals to number 1, so we got about r squared. Now let's go to the bounds. We see dy, so y is greater than negative 1 minus s squared and smaller than or equal to number 0. Now we need to write about this one first. So we put the power 2, we put the power 2 for the both sides. So we have 1 minus s squared equal to y squared. So I will put this one go to the right. So we know that this is about the circle with the center 0, 0 and the radius that is about the square root of number 1 equals to number 1. Now we need to write about this one. So we have the circle in here, and we have number 1, negative number 1, negative number 1. So we know that from negative with the square root of 1 minus s squared and lower number 0. So this is about the negative square root in here of the curve. Y equal to number 0, that's it in here. So that should be about this one. Next, s ds in here. So about s is greater than negative number 1 and smaller than or equal to number 0. So this is about s. So from negative number 1 to number 0, that's about this one. So they want to concentrate about this area. Just only one area in here. Now we can change everything in here. S squared plus y squared we change by r squared in here. So we have the square root of r squared. Dy dx we need to change about r dr d theta. The next one about dr, that's about the radius of the circle. So that should be about from 0 to number 1. Number 1, that's about the radius of the circle. About the theta, we know that we start in here and we stop in here. So according to the trigonometric circle, this location, that's about b. This location, that's about 3b over 2. So the bounds of the theta, so from b to 3b over 2. And now we need to calculate about this one. So we simplify and we have 2r over 1 plus r dr d theta. So I will put positive number 2. That means we need to minus number 2 in here. Next, so number 2 and number 2, we can do about factorization. So r plus 1 divided by r plus 1. So we have number 2 in here. So we have number 2 minus number 2 over r plus 1 dr d theta. And now we need to find this integration in here. So the integration of number 2, we have 2r. The integration of this one, we have 2ln of the absolute value of r plus 1. And now I will put the bounds from 0 to number 1. So I will put number 1 gone here, number 0 gone here. So we have 0 minus 2ln number 1. So the bottom you got about 0. So we just concentrate about number 1 in here. So we have number 2 minus number 2 ln number 2. And now we have d theta. So we have the final answer. So we have theta and we put the bounds from b to 3b over 2. And now we have the final answer. This one we have b over 2. B over 2 multiplied by this one, we just have only b minus b ln number 2. And that is the final answer. This is the end. Thank you for watching.